I'm Midge and today I bring you another video. Today we are doing an actual request from my Discord. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Links will be in the description. Yes. From the goofiest Little Thrunch. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to call him the goofiest. Or goofy. Custom Elder Aspects Warrior. I know nothing of aspects, so I did 5 minutes research, figuring out what the hell is an aspect warrior. But to my knowledge, they're Eldar that have perfected or mastered a weapon class and a way of combat. That's how I see it. That's how I understood it. They're also very vibrant and have custom to the unique armor sets. So let's make a custom aspect warrior. Let's go. Starting this kit bash, I grab an Aeldari Guardian, I believe it is, female torso, as I feel there are a lot of male aspects in this sort of area. I thought, let's try something a little bit different. So I grabbed the miniature of the month, I don't remember when, but it was a striking scorpion if I remember correctly. And I saw its boots, and it reminds me of leather boots, so I'm like, stick those on, those are pretty cool. So I grafted them on. They're not... Ooh, pardon me. They're not perfect, but they're good enough for what I need, and will mostly be hidden by the cape that I put on the back of her. I apologize if everything's off camera. I don't know why my camera decided to zoom in so much. Oh, I stupidly put the wrong foot on the wrong leg on the wrong foot. No, wrong foot on the wrong leg. Get that. One of them. There we go. Got that one on. It looked good. I'm happy with it. I kept fiddling with them, so they didn't turn out perfect, but they're alright. Now, the second one, I had to remove the kneecap, like the little knee armor, so it actually fit. Now, for the base, I took this Age of Sigma, I think it's Warcry. The, Wild Dogs. The Dog Hunter ones. I don't remember the name of it, actually. I think it's Age of Sigma. Or the Beastmasters. I'm not too sure. I took that kit because it comes with quite a few little interesting bits, and that'll be where I get the main stuff of this is. I should have it in the intro. I don't know. I will try and get it on the intro if I remember correctly. But yeah, take that base, the one with the dude who's like all crouched over looking at the big footprint. I take that, and then that will be the base, or part of the base. I'm going to try and make this a desert one, because I have got new paints and I'm trying to get used to them, so yeah. Now for the cape, I do pretty much cut it off at the base, because it doesn't exactly fit too well. I do try my best to kind of graft it in, using sprue goo and all that. Probably should have used green stuff, but I didn't. So yeah, blame me on that one. It wasn't the best of choices, but it is a choice nonetheless. Yeah, trying to attach this cape was a pain. As I had to take some of the back of her armor out, so the cape would fit in, but then it stuck out a lot. Now I could have trimmed the cape, but I like the pouch, so yeah, I made it semi-work. It's not the best kit bash. This is pretty much a very relaxed kit bash. That was actually suggested to me by one of my my Discord members. Goofy. Is it Goofy? Oh, god damn it. I'll have his name in there. I can never remember names. I'm terrible with this stuff. I do apologize. Now, I put on the Striking Scorpion shoulder pad because I like the look of that. I really do. And then I attach the cape. The second shoulder pad will be a sort of leather brace. Oh, not brace. Leather plated armor. So there's like pieces of straps of leather stitched together and it's like placed over the shoulder. I was going for a very deserty, very... how do I put this? Semi-utilitarian type of feel. Now, I have an idea for this spear. I'm going to take this arm, cut it in half, the Aeldari arm. I'm going to cut it in half. What the hell am I doing with that body? Leave it alone. There. Take the Aeldari arm, cut it off at the forearm, so I get that. Attach it to this, to the spear hand, and I'm going to take part of the spear off. I'm going to keep about maybe a millimeter just in front of the hand, like where that finger is. I'm going to take just before that and put a Aeldari, what do they call their swords? Just an Aeldari sword. I know people are gonna hound me it will hound me about it, but yeah, I take that and I turn the spear into a glaive. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I can never remember. A glaive is a stick with a sword with a single-edged blade on the end, used for fencing, well, sort of fencing and thrusting. That behave. I know people are going to take that, but it's a poking weapon that keeps you distance and is very tricky to learn. To what I've found out, that it's actually a really. It's similar to how you got to train with a bow staff. The issue is that with a bow staff, one end is now pointy, so it's a lot trickier to work, to maneuver, and to finesse. So I feel mastering that is a very appropriate weapon for an aspects. If you can't tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know it's the aspects are warriors that have mastered their art of their weapon, like mastered their artistry of a weapon, and that are usually very bright colored and have very much so mastered a specific area of combat. For this one, I've chosen the glaive, as well as desert combat, so it's a bit more. It's interesting. It's very unique. Now, I know people that do play Eldar will say, "Oh, it's not legal." Well, guess what? It's a display model, so haha, I beat you. Though I do have an issue with the Aeldari female body. Why is it so, how do I say this? Sculpted in certain areas. If anyone's ever seen female armor in like Europe or stuff like that, it's not as sculpted. It's definitely got the room for it, but it's not so definely sculpted, because one, if you had that much sculpture to your armor, that tells me there are weak spots in it. So around the gem section, that would be where I'd be poking around or aiming at, and then say, and I know 40k is a bit weird because they always have like special armor that is like, oh, it's bullet resistant or whatnot. But even then, it's still questionable. Though I do get Eldar speed and warp step, I think it is. They like phase in and out. So that's kind of my bet. Oh, there's the brace. That's that leather shoulder pad. But yeah, I don't know too much about Eldar. I also take this little axe tomahawk thing and stick it in there. I grab a second. Why did I not zoom this out? God, I don't know. Yeah, I am questioning my own choices and actions, but yeah. It is me trying to sculpt cape. I stupidly forgot to put some filler in the back of them, because of course I did. You're supposed to put some scrap sprue back behind the cape so it gives volume. I didn't, like an idiot. That just shows you I don't deal with fabric. I hate fabric in these models. Trying to resculpt it, I don't like it. But yeah, gave it the glaive. Like the look of it. I gave it this axe, which I also take a pointed out pistol arm, sever it at the shoulder, not the shoulder, the elbow, and then done the same to the axe holding hand and attached it like that. I like this more close combat melee type of combat because again, it's a very quick, very fast. As far as I'm aware with the Eldar, they're very quick, fast sort of units. So I feel running in, stabbing them with a glaive or taking the leg out with an axe feels very fitting and people that don't agree, you're probably right. I don't know Eldar well enough. I really don't. I've got like one video of like Eldar up and that's it. Now I take these little skull pieces I got of these like Space Marine trophies, relics. I don't know what they are. It's like nunchucks. You can't tell me they don't look like nunchucks. They're probably like scroll holders or something, but yeah. I attach them to these little pieces of rope that's there as trophies, because why not? And for that, I'm really happy with the way this thing is looking so far. I was going to put an extra trophy on there, but then decided against it, and I took the sculpted head. To be fair, probably the best Eldar head I've seen so far. I've seen others for females, and they're like, they're passable, but not very great. This one here is a really good combat looking helmet. Now I got this bigger base because this is again display model. Now my goal is to try and get this model to have like it's all over, it's on the base. It's not like any issues of it being on the base. I want to keep it separate as well, so I can paint it separately to make it easier. As I feel I'm gonna paint this Eldar a yellow color, and on the ground is a dying Cadian. She's attacked him and now is just slowly waiting for him to die or about to come in and finish him off. I'm crap happy with it. I hope you guys have liked it, and I'm hoping you'll go into painting soon enough. The painting. Starting out with Model Air Dark Earth. I spray all over everything. Now I know some people say, oh, Cadians are green. Well, guess what? This Cadian is sandy because it's in the sand. Deal with it. I don't see why Cadians would run around a desert world in green, making themselves stick out like a sore thumb. Like if I was in a desert, everything's pale yellow. That'd be the target I'm hitting, the green thing. Model Air, US Desert Sand. Now, originally the primer didn't exactly dry properly. It was a bit funky for some reason. Don't know why. So it didn't dry correctly. But that's alright, I made it work. It's good enough. These, I'm definitely taking my time with this. Model Air, US Earth Yellow. Use this to tint everything that yellowy color that I like. I like this look of sand. As I'm in Australia, sands are fairly yellow here. I know the Great Australian Desert is more orangey, but they got Mars and everything for that. I'm sick and tired of seeing orange sand. So we get yellow. Model Air Dark Earth. I guess I'm reusing this. I'm just re-establishing the color of the tree so it's easier for me to see, because anyone that knows me, I have shade blindness, meaning I can't see things very well. If it's the same color, it makes it very hard to see definition. Is it a pain? Yes. Why do I paint? I don't know. It's a pain. I struggle, but it works well enough and I make it do. Army Painter Fur Brown. I hit the face with this just to give me a base coat, and then I'll hit it with another flesh tone just to finish it up. That will be all the flesh tone I'll be using. Though to be fair, I want this guy to look a little bit paler. Army Painter Tanned Flesh. I tap the most raised edges with tanned flesh, and that is it. Just tap the front, that's it, done pretty much. And this annoying bug keeps flying around. I don't know what they are. I don't know where they're from. I can't figure it out. Citadel Technical, Blood for the Blood God. Now I attack his wounds with this blood for the blood god to simulate he is bleeding a lot. He's got a bloody hand. He's clearly gotten a slash in the leg, most likely from the glaive. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the glaive has sort of similar properties to the power sword, as they don't get bloodied. How that works, I do not know. You'll also notice I put blood on his like mask thing. He's coughing up blood, that's it. Citadel Base, Rhinox Hide. I use this to make the tree a bit more easier to more define and shade those recesses. Now, a lot of people wonder how I paint and have such weird gradients. It's because I can't see them. Or I'm using the camera as my eyes and I'm using that with a, what do you call it? We invert color. What is that called? I always forget. And it makes it a bit easier to see because they're brighter colors and not so blended. Like say if you put a light brown and a dark brown together, if they have different colors in the browns, you can see them slightly better, which makes it a lot easier for me to paint. So basically consider this in invert, and that's me painting this from the camera. That's how I paint. Weird, I know, but it is what it is. Mortal Air, US Dirt. US Sand. Desert Sand. Jeez. I use this to tap it up. This is still a desert plant, so it's not great. So stubby dusty. Model Air Ivory. Dry brush ivory all over everything just to give it that bit more dusty look. I do hit part of his face, armor and stuff like that just to give it again that dusty look. But also make it seem like the blood is still getting some dust or something in it, so it's not all... So it looks more realistic, I guess is the best way to put it. Army Painter, Warlock Purple. I based this thing in a pink because it's going to be yellow. Only way I know how to paint yellow, pink. It's a nice hot pink. That's about the best I can give you. I do try my best to cover every little bit of this as best I can because my golly gosh, it's just hard to paint. Model color, white glaze. I zenithal from above to give it a slight transition so there will be brighter and darker spots, so there is a gradient. This was the best, this is like the best painting step I had because I could see everything so damn clearly. Game color, moon yellow. I spray this over the entire model. I'm trying my best to keep it thin enough so it doesn't take away from the actual undertone colors. So it does get that gradient, though I probably did it a little bit too heavy because I can't see them. So if I can't, I doubt others can, but that'll be alright. Army Painter Fur Brown. I use this to base coat the skin, as I want this to be a bit more pale. Well, I say pale. I want this to be a bit more elegant and more brighter, so it's a very start dark, go light. Yeah, Fur Brown is a great starter for that. Though I do feel like I could have changed it up a little bit, but it really depends. As Eldar, not to my knowledge, they come. Army Painter Tan Flesh. I use this as a highlight to brighten it up a bit. I'm not aware of any Eldar being on desert worlds, and if there's any like different distinctions between them. I don't know. I don't know enough about them. That's all me. My bad. Yeah, I just hit the brow mostly and then try and get them back later and then touch up the cheeks and everything like that. Citadel base, dryad bark. I use this to base coat all the leathers, which is pretty much everything. There isn't armor, boots, braces, leather shoulder pad, cape, pouches, bags, undercape, the scroll on the end of a glaive. Would that be the end? Yeah, it would be, because the blade would be considered the head of the glaive. Yeah. Oh, so I touch up the collar around and head, which is a which I almost missed because I couldn't see it. And then I hit it with Army Painter Matte Black, hitting the body, the head, the end, the shoulder pad, and then the boots, like the very feet. As I don't know about you, but leather boots doesn't sound great when I could have metal ones. I also hit anywhere that's going to have a metallic color or is going to have a color in the middle. Game color, glorious gold. I use this to touch up the handle and around the gem of the glaive head, or the sword head, whatever you want to say, guard. I'm just saying it's like Oriental, Japanese. Oh, no, not Japanese. I think it's Chinese. The glaive is, or this particular style. I don't know. I don't know enough about the stuff. I just know that it's a glaive. It's, I believe, originated in Middle East or Middle European. No, medieval European. I think it is. Yeah. I use barbarian flesh to lighten up areas, touching up on the cheeks, the sides. Surprisingly, I didn't use a flesh wash like I usually do. But I'm happy with that. It looks good enough. Citadel base dryad bark, Army Painter Banshee Brown. I use this to make a lighter variant and then to start touching areas that I feel a lighter variant would be go. I try to do scratchy highlights and stuff like that best I can, but it doesn't work always, as it is barely visible. And I mean that's barely visible on camera. I couldn't see it with my own eyes. It was really bad. Add more Banshee Brown to the brown you already just started with to act as more of a brighter highlight. Did this help much? Not really either, but helped enough. It's dusty armor. What can I say? I can't do much about it. Citadel base Rhinox hide. I use this to wash the handles, the leathers, pretty much everything. Anything that's brown gets a wash. It depends on this. This is like a really nice model, I will admit. I could probably put a few more hours into it, but so far I need to get the video out pretty quick. Army Painter Leather Brown. I use this to touch up all the areas that I originally touched to brighten them up. I feel leather brown would be a good highlight color, so I went around with it. I used to touch up on the stick and everything like that, because for some reason the leather brown is a bit like a model color white glaze. I use this to base coat the gems. And I didn't know there was a gem on her like upper left shoulder, like chest piece, but there is apparently one there. When I looked up the actual image of the guardians and looked up this particular body, why on earth is there a gem there of all places? I don't know. I also I flood the eyes. Striking Citadel Contrast, striking Scorpion Green. I use this for the gems. I think I do three coats of it over all the gems, just getting that nice sheen, make it look vibrant. And of course the tiny one that I could hardly see myself. Army Painter Banshee Brown, Matte Black. I use this to base coat her ribbon thing because I didn't like the leather brown on it, so I just changed it. Though looking at it now, I probably should have painted it red, but I don't know. Again, I don't know aspects or Aeldari that well, so I kind of just stuck to basics. Army Painter Matte Black. Model color Oily Steel. I use this for my glorious dark steel, and then forget to highlight it because of course I do. That's fine, it's metallics, it looks good enough. I also hit the blades, the axes. Yes, there are two. If you remember, there's one on her like lower back. I think it's better. Yeah, it's just like in there. And then like the little tiny metal trinkets on her belts and shit. Citadel Shade, Agrax Earth Shade. I tap this on all the levels. Darken them, hit the recesses, makes them look a little bit nicer apparently. I'll also hit the ribbon because I don't know what I was doing. I think I was trying to go with the basis of Citadel Contrast, striking Scorpion Green. I also hit the shutter pad with this. But yeah, the ribbon thing, I think I was going again, the way I was painting that, I think I was seeing it as like the Aeldari purity seals. I don't know why, but I was apparently by the looks of it. Doesn't bother me too much now, but oh well, it's on the shelf, it's good enough. Citadel Base, Corn Red. I hit the ropes and put a streak of red through her hair. Because I haven't seen anyone do a multicolored Aeldari of any sort. Though to be fair, I haven't looked very hard for them, but still. They say they're vibrant, so black hair, red stripe, good vibrant enough for anyone. Now I say a stripe because I mean stripe. Game color Moon Yellow. Turns out I did the stripe off camera. How stupid of me. Yes, I do give the chest plate and legs a highlighting because the sun is hitting from above, so therefore they'll be slightly brighter there. I know some people will take offense to that. I'm only painting a model. I'm going off what physics happens. Final results, let's get into it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. The Aeldari aspects for you. The cape just went to shit. Just don't look at the back. The front looks perfection. If you don't look at the top of the cape, it looks great. Yeah, you see that very faint red streak in her hair. I think that's the only thing I did off camera. Yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And check out the Discord in the description. Hope you guys enjoy. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye! I won't obey. You